We've told you about Kratom. It's an herb from Southeast Asia, and it's incredibly controversial. Some say that it helps people get off of heroin and pain pills, and even helping people with PTSD. But grieving parents who have lost loved ones say Kratom is so dangerous and it is unregulated. Nightside's Bo Zimmer takes a look at the controversy.
The medical herb kratom is legal in most of the country. It's not an opioid, but it acts like one. In low doses, it's a stimulant, and in high doses, it acts like a sedative. Now, we've talked with people all over who swear by it, saying it's helped them get off heroin and opioids. But now the death of a local man has some questioning kratom's safety and if it should be regulated.
Christopher, my son.
On July 7th, 27-year-old Christopher Waldron died in Tampa.
He was my best friend. You know, the love of my life. He was my only child.
The official cause of death, something his mother never heard of: intoxication by kratom.
What I like to say is that Christopher did what would make him feel better.
Laura Lamont says her son had been fighting addiction for years.
He's experimented with opiates, marijuana, all the way to crack at one point, that was really shocking.
Laura says when she first learned of her son's death, she suspected he'd overdosed, but was shocked to later find out kratom was listed as the cause. Christopher's autopsy also showed a thyroid and heart condition, a muscle relaxer, and a prescription antidepressant. But toxicologists at the Hillsborough Medical Examiner's office say the prescription drug interactions aren't what caused Christopher's death. Instead, it was the very high level of kratom in his blood.
I don't want anybody else to die, or, I just don't.
Christopher's mom isn't calling for a ban on kratom as you might expect. Instead, she supports research to find out if it can help others like her son struggling with addiction.
If you can find the magic elixir to be able to detox and not feel sick, and get you through, then yeah.
But some fear the government will step in, banning kratom before enough research is done. It's what the Drug Enforcement Administration planned to do a year ago, basically putting kratom in the same category with hardcore drugs like heroin, ecstasy, and LSD. That sparked outrage, and kratom supporters fought back. 23,000 people sent comments into the DEA urging the feds to keep kratom legal. 140,000 people signed a White House petition, and even Congress got involved. Within a few weeks, the DEA halted its efforts to ban kratom.
That's what this fight's about, keeping this plant here.
Tim Davis credits kratom for getting him off opioid pain pills like Percocet and Vicodin, prescribed to him for back pain.
It took all the pain away. It took all the feelings from the pills away. I felt like myself again.
He documented his kratom journey from day one.
And it actually worked so good that I was waiting for something bad to happen.
Did anything bad happen?
The American Kratom Association represents the more than 3 million kratom users in the U.S.
We think kratom by itself is very safe. The way in normal activity it is non-harmful and has a low potential for both abuse and addiction.
But Christopher's mom suggests users need more information on what exactly normal is and suggests better labeling, especially when it comes to safe dosage information. Labeling she says her son didn't have.
Did it say how much to take?
Not at all. There was no label on it that said, here's the correct dosage, here's what no, there was nothing.
Instead, many new to kratom rely solely on information from other users online, information that may not take into account a wide range of other variables.
I just think right now it's the Wild West. If there are differing strengths and differing types, and there's no dosage amount, and that's what scares me.
Kratom is sold throughout the Tampa Bay area. It's often served as a drink, kratom tea. And while it's legal for now in most places, Sarasota County has already banned the substance. Possession there is punishable by up to 60 days in jail and a $500 fine. Bo Zimmer, 10 News.